Keeping business, jobs, and recreation. This is KBJR TV, Superior Television for the port cities.
Good evening. News Center 6 headlines and features for Wednesday, the 6th of August. Hubert takes issue with Ford's energy policy. Slight overrun on Arena Annex. Antone ready to go, according to Junkert. Roy Harnish fiddles around with the antique cars. NBC Nightly News producer visits hometown. And tonight's commentary, a report from the north.
KBJR TV presents News Center 6, brought to you by Northern City National Bank. This is the place to be. And by Minnesota Power and Light, the investor-owned people company.
Good evening, everyone. In public appearances in Duluth last night and again today, Minnesota Senator Hubert Humphrey took issue with President Ford's energy policies. He said Congress will probably put an energy bill on the president's desk this fall, which he hopes will not be vetoed. Humphrey said the president's policy of decontrolling domestic oil prices is not good, and he gave these reasons.
Despite everything the administration says, it'll be felt immediately in the economy, because the people who are the processors will look forward to the possibility of continued high prices, and they'll start to reflect those prices in costs and in pricing practices. Not only for gasoline, we constantly talk gasoline, but we got to talk fuel oil here. We have to talk diesel fuel for our farmers. We have to talk, and for our utilities, we have to talk about fertilizer for our agriculturalists. So that we'd be getting a triple blow in this country, and in the Minnesota, the upper Midwest area in particular, where we have high-cost heating because of the cold winters and the long winters, where our people travel long distances, as many of the people do up here on the Iron Range in Duluth for their jobs. Imagine paying 70 and 75 and 80 cents a gallon for a gallon of gasoline. We'd also have built into our agricultural economy a very heavy increased cost.
A $700,000 cost overrun in the construction of a concourse from the Arena Annex to downtown parking garages will be made up by the Economic Development Administration. Duluth Mayor Bob Bowden said today that the EDA funding is crucial to the completion of the Skywalk, but the agency laid down one condition. They want that downtown Skywalk network finished at the same time as the Arena Annex Skywalk. The downtown network, that's a $2 million package linking major retail outlets with the Civic Center, was unveiled just over a week ago. That will be financed by a combination of increased assessments and government grants. Bowden says the city assessor is working on those assessments right now. Another family of Vietnamese refugees has arrived in Duluth. This one is the largest yet. The family of Doan Duc Hai, 10 people in all, flew into the Duluth International Airport this afternoon. The grandmother, mother and father, and 7 children, ranging in age from 25 years old on down, is from Saigon. Doan was a mechanic in Vietnam, in Saigon, and the sponsoring agency for the trip, the United States Catholic Conference, is going to set them up in a house in the West End. So far, there's nothing definite in the line of work for the Doan family, although offers have been received from the Western Lake Superior Sanitary District and City Hall, as well as a number of other employers. We'll be back with more news at 10 minutes past the hour.
Some days when things go wrong, you start thinking that maybe what you need is a new kitchen. A Northern City home improvement loan is the way to finance the kind of kitchen you deserve. So live a little better with a home improvement loan from Northern City. This is the place to be.
Woodruff True Value has done it again. A pre-cut wood storage building. That's right, wood. Check these quality features. Factory-made trusses and factory-made doors. 240-pound sealed-down shingles. All wood siding and easy-to-follow plans. The 8x10 storage building is only $299. The 10x10 is only $333. A model is now on display at Woodruff True Value. These prices good till August 30th.
Chuck Wagon Night is increasing in popularity at Spirit Mountain. Tonight until 8:30. We were out last Wednesday, and it's a super deal on a beautiful night. Esco Fair in full swing. Baseball on now. Full program at Lincoln School Gym at 8 o'clock. Say, Ray, you look like you could take on a little weight. How about Spirit Mountain? You're planning a nice evening for the folks, aren't you?
Well, I'm planning a nice evening for the folks that go up there, but I'm not planning on carrying the mountain away. That's just a little too much weight. But I think last Wednesday, Jack took a little bit away with him. We are going to have a very pleasant evening. Clear skies and mild, comfortable temperatures. Not hot, a little on the cool side, makes you move around a little bit. Get a little exercise at the same time. We'll have complete weather at 6:24.
Did they carry Gordon out? I don't know. The barnstorming Minnesota Fighting Saints Goodwill Tour is on the Iron Range today. It was Old Home Week for the Carlson brothers at Virginia, and then later for Gary Gambucci at Hibbing. Mike Antonovich is from Calumet. They'll whiz through there tomorrow on the way to Grand Rapids. Anton has been bothered for quite some years now with a bothersome knee. I asked him how it felt now.
Well, Bob, right now, last year I hurt it during the middle of the year and missed about 12 games, I think, and I had one operated on and I hurt the other one, and right now I took therapy all during the rest of the season there, and I haven't had any trouble all summer. I've been playing golf, a little tennis, a little softball, trying to keep busy, so it feels pretty good, and I sure hope I don't have any more trouble with them.
Mike, with all the guys that Harry Neal is talking about and Len Son were talking about bringing in, does that cause you any apprehension?
I don't know, Bob. I guess I've been used to it for a long time. All those the guys are bringing in, the big guys or fighters or whatever. But I think I'm used to it by now, and I'll just play my game and see what happens, and hope I can stick around.
Mike, it's always tough for any guy to evaluate himself. But how much of an improved hockey player are you now from when you played for the Gophers, let's say?
I don't know, Bob. I think the first year when I turned pro there, I was kind of in awe about the whole thing because of the players and the quality and everything. But I think now that through the last 2 years or so, I think I've become a better hockey player by just playing with the better players in our league, and I think each year I'm improving a little bit, skating, moving the puck, stuff like that, and I just feel more comfortable now playing with guys like the Conleys and the Morrisons and Waltons and everybody else like that.
As Dick told you at 10 last night, we got involved in a bit of nostalgia during last evening's I Love Duluth social at Spirit Mountain. It all started when we got sidetracked into the campground where dozens of old cars were parked for an overnight stop on a coast-to-coast trip from Halifax to Vancouver. The Canadian visitors started out their journey at the end of June and are now on their way back to their homes, apparently enjoying every minute of the excursion. For the owners, some of the cars hold special meaning, too. One of them told me his Plymouth is the same model he and his wife used on their honeymoon. He traveled from his home in Guelph, Ontario to Pennsylvania to buy it. Another, the owner of that sparkling red Buick convertible, got into a discussion with me about the time after his car was built when you could tell the model by the number of holes. Then I continued my meandering as the setting sun filtered through the trees onto the shining chrome and glistening paint jobs of those antiques that were there, looking with envy and remembering a few cars from my past that I'd just as soon have again someday, too.
At MP&L, we're trying our best to provide forthright answers about the cost of electric service. One important factor in the cost of your electric service is the cost of fuel. As the chart illustrates, almost 1/3 of what you spend on electricity is spent in buying fuel for our plants or purchasing power generated by neighboring utilities in the regional power pool. We've made long-range commitments to use low-sulfur coal from the Big Sky country of Montana. New regulations in that state have substantially increased the cost of that fuel. And a portion of what you spend for electric service goes for reclamation costs of surface mined land in Montana. We're faced with higher costs in all our fuel purchases. Export charges for Canadian crude oil, production taxes for Montana coal, higher land reclamation costs, all reasons why your electric service now costs what it does. It's our job at MP&L to continue to provide reliable electric service at the lowest possible cost. It's your job to use energy wisely.